Hi, it's Anne from Snazzy Creations. I hope you're having a good day. Today I wanted to share with you a journal that I've made. This journal is made from a cereal box, and I've covered it with some papers. I think it's napkin actually, napkin and some papers. It's called A Moment Captured, and I have some lace on here, and I have a little charm that I've made. It looks like a little angel, and it's actually crystal is actually it's like a deep purple. It kind of looks black on the monitor, but it's actually like a deep purple crystals in there, and it's like a little fairy. It's got little wings. It's very cute. There's more lace, a flower here that I've glued on, and then there's lace that I have glued on, and the back is the same as the front. It's I've decoupaged papers and napkin and bits of I don't know if you can see it, bits of gold paint, a little bit of gold paint here and there. And we've got the eyelets, and the top, it's the closure is just some cream lace ribbon. And this one here, I was thinking when I made it that it was like a memory keeping journal, so you know, just to keep all your favorite maybe stories that you from your life, and just things, your life experiences and things that happen that you like to record. It's a big journal. It's actually, I'll give you some measurements. It's so it's approximately 14 centimeters wide by about 22 centimeters long, and there's 3 signatures in here, and there's yeah, as you can see, it's lots and lots of pages. So like I said, this is when I made it, I kind of thinking of like a memory keeping journal. I often think like my father, who's no longer with us, he died some years ago now, but I remember when I was a child, and even as an adult, he was always telling me stories about, you know, things that he's done, funny stories and things that have happened to him, and you know, and now all those stories are gone. I don't really remember very many of them, and I kind of wish, you know, if he had written some of those stories down, that would be something that I could look at now and read and remember things that he's told me, and that would be so precious now. I would have really liked that. So I'm kind of thinking of doing that for my children. I've started a memory keeping journal, and I've sort of started with just putting things in there about my parents and my grandparents, just little things so they can know who they came from, and maybe a little bit what they were like, things that I remember about them. So anyway, the first page, we see there's a pocket here. Oh, not a pocket. Yeah, a pocket. And I've got a couple envelopes here that I've created. And inside there's note paper, so you could write in there. I thought even you could even write like a letter to someone, and actually put it inside like a normal envelope and then put it in the mail, and that would be really special. I'd love to receive something like that. And here's another one, a bigger one. I've just created the papers on Photoshop, and it's got little note paper inside, same thing that you can write on. There's those two there. This flower is not glued down, it's just free, so you could take it off and glue it down somewhere, and there's a little paper clip holding it in. And these papers I've created in Photoshop, and it's got some lace, no, it's ribbon, sorry, some ribbon here, some blue. It's organza ribbon actually. It's very light. Actually, I'll just put this a little bit more in the frame. It's a light blue. You don't really see it on this monitor very much. And on the back here is the little flower that I've made, and I just had that sort of tucked in there a little bit. Same thing, so you can take it out and you can glue it down if you want to. And here is a button card that I've created on some music sheet paper, and I've stitched it onto a little bit of tea-dyed paper on the back here, and a little paper that I've printed out, and it just says buttons, and I've got a lovely green button here as well that I stitched onto there in the pocket. And here's a little card. You can write on, and this is just some paper that I've created and printed out. It's just from a map that I've found online. And here's a paper clip, an embellished paper clip that I've made with some. It's made from fabric, and it's got a bit of lace and a button and a bit of gold thread. And here's another envelope I've made. It's made from a book paper, and I've stitched all the way around, and I've put some beautiful lace, if you can see it, beautiful lace. And these are lovely ladies that I've created in Photoshop and then printed out, and I've glued it, no, I've stitched it on there. And then it's got the envelope's got a little card with lace that I've put so it holds it closed. And inside I've made a little note paper just from tea-dyed paper, and then I've just done a bit of stamping and glued a little smaller version of the one of the ladies on there. I'll just like that, and pop that back inside. And a bit of stamping here, little bird and inspire. And plenty of writing space in this journal, so there's lots of places to write. There's a doily that I've sprayed with some inks, and some tea or coffee dyed paper, and I've signed some trim on there. I think it looks like crochet type of trim, and it's a lovely blue colour. And that's the other side, and I've stamped one of my stamps on there. And this is a bag. It was so pretty I didn't want to throw it away. I think some sort of I've got some sort of chocolates or something in there when I bought it. It was, but yeah, it was a lovely little bag. It's really pretty, so I thought I'd keep it and use it somewhere. And inside I have a tag that I've made. It's decoupage. I think I've decoupaged tissue papers and butterfly and things. And on the back I've painted it yellow, and then I've just distressed the edges. And these would be lovely to use, you know, like if you're giving someone a gift. You could write on the back, you know, a little note to them. And here's a little pocket I've made with a flower and some like lace card. It's sort of like made out of from card, and it's got like a lace. And this is another journaling card. It's a mason jar. It's pretty flower pattern on it. I created those as well in Photoshop. And some more tea or coffee dyed paper, I'm not sure which. I'd do both. And we got another page here with done some inking. Stamped some little bird and Imagine, and some pretty blue and white washi tape. And this is a bit of baking paper that I've when I've been tea dyeing and coffee dyeing, it's become very, I love the sound of that. And it's got a little bit of blue ink under it as well. And another page, done a bit of stamping up here. And this page here, I've made a little pocket with some fabric. And I've stitched it on there. And this is just a little fabric embellishment that I've made. It's got a few buttons and a bit of lace and a bit of muslin. And I've just used a safety pin and pinned it to there. And inside here is another journaling card. Cute little is it rabbits or mice? I'm not sure. Mice. I think it's mice. And that's just stitched on to the back of some tea dyed paper. And it says, "Hold on to your dreams." That's very cute. And just a little bit of paper I've stamped and distressed, and it's been tea dyed. And I've just popped that in there, a little extra space to journal on. And here is a little pocket that I've created from some of my painted papers. I love making painted papers. I have so much of it now, so I need to use it. So it's a little made into a little like a tuck spot. So we've got a little tuck spot here. I've popped a little tiny card that I've made from some offcuts, and I've stamped it with a little bird. And I've done distress with some blue ink. And inside we got love, and it's all been distressed. And it looks like I've cut from yes, I've printed out some music paper. So it's just a little card there. You could use it for a gift tag, or you could write a little lovely note and leave to your friend or your husband or your partner, whatever. Very cute. And another little card here that I've made. It says love, and it's a bit of painting that I've done on the back and stamping. There's a little tuck spot there and a tuck spot here, and another one of those tags made from decoupaged all sorts of things onto it, and then a butterfly, and it's just a bit painted on the back and you can write on it. And that's a journaling card here that you can write on. There's lots of paper here to write on. There's the stamp there, and a bit more of the crochet type of trim, and another one of those lovely elegant ladies, a journaling card. It's got printed music paper on the back of that one, and this is just printed out from some old maps. And there's another pocket here that I've created from some more painted papers, and a little note paper. It's gorgeous. I love this stamp. Little birds on a branch. It's so cute. And I've distressed it with some blue ink around the edges just to match it in. And on the other side of some, this is tea dyed or coffee dyed paper. Here I have some graph paper, and I've had some offcuts of some cardstock paper, and this is a tag I've made with a decoupaged napkin onto it, and on the back is some printed papers. I printed paper and printed that onto the back of it, and it's very pretty. I love that napkin, it's beautiful. And that's the back of the graph paper. And another journaling card I've layered onto some music paper, and you can see that music paper on the back. That's a lovely image, and that's some music paper that I printed out. And another journaling card here. It's a stamped. I've stamped an image onto tea or coffee dyed paper, and then I've stitched it onto some recycled brown paper that I have. You can journal on. And here's another doily that I've sprayed with inks. You probably can't see it here, but it's a little bit shimmery. And some more places to journal, coffee dyed or tea dyed paper, and another stamped image on there, and some cardstock. And I've created a little embellishment here, follow your heart, and it has a little it's done on some book paper, and it's got some fabric and a little die cut key that I've glued onto there, and some eyelash trim, and it says follow your heart. And this opens up into a little that you can journal in. So that was cute. I like this paper. I don't think I have any more left now. And some more coffee or tea dyed paper with a stamped image on there, and that's the back. And there's the back of the doily. Just having a drink of coffee, sorry. Another journaling card I've made. I've layered this one with some music paper. I think there's some book paper there. That is some sort of pattern paper that I've got. Yep, and that's the back of it. It's very shiny gold looking paper, and it's got a beautiful Diamante glue glued on there, and some music sheet paper, And another journaling card with a pretty image that I've found online. It's like a sleeping beauty, and you can just journal on that. And here's a belly band made from that pattern cardstock, and in here is it's a book page, and I've gessoed and done a little bit of inking on there and stamped that beautiful stamp with the little birds on a branch, so you can write on there. And some more graph paper and more copies dyed paper with stamp and some washi tape. And here's another bit of my painted papers that I've stitched on there to make a pocket, and another little note paper. You can journal on. Here's some more of that atlas kind of paper. And here we have the other side of that pocket that I made from the painted papers. Like I said, there's a little tuck spot here that you could put something in, and another little card that I've just made. It's love, and it's just I've just inked it with some of that blue ink. And on the other side, I've just a little ticket that I've created. It says, hang on, it's the little moments that make life big. Beautiful printed paper on there. And another tag, and it's got some from a map, and this is some fabric that I've stitched onto it as a pocket, and some more writing. You can do writing in there. This is that baking paper, and more coffee dyed paper with some washi tape, and more stamping. And this is the other side of that bag. I've just opened it up and I've put another tag in there, a little butterfly tag like the other ones. So there's plenty of places to write and tuck things into. And this is another side of that doily. And here's another card that I've created with some images and journaling card. And you can journal on there as well. And some stamping, little birds. And this is a altered paper clip I made. It's made from some more of that fabric, and then I've glued a little flower and some ribbon, some organza ribbons onto it. Very pretty. And here's a little pocket I've made from some brown paper, and I've glued a little flower on there, and a tag I've made, and it's just made with some book paper and some decoupaged tissue paper, a napkin I mean. And that was one signature. Now this signature here, I've just put writing paper in it. I thought if you wanted to, like I was saying earlier, all the little stories my father used to tell me, this would be a great place where you could write all sorts of stories or your life experiences or things that have happened. It's just full of tea and coffee dyed papers. I've just paper clipped this here. It says my story, just a little embellished I've made from layering some papers on book papers and some images I've printed out and a bit of paper doily and a little altered paper clip with some little bits of fabrics. So I've put that there, what my story, and I thought, you know, you could write things that you could, you know, your kids or your grandchildren can savour in the years to come. And that's just a little signature there. And then we have another signature here. There's papers I've created, printed out. It's got a lovely little lace trim on there. And another pocket. And this is a card I've created, and I've just stitched around it, and it's just printed light printed paper on the back, so you could write on it. And a little pocket I've made. And this is a little bag, little glassine type bag, and I've stamped on there, and it says I love you with all my heart. And inside is just a little card. It says best friends, just a little note paper with stamped pretty image of a flower. And then I've just put some washi tape on the edge there. And then just a little bit of, I think this is coffee dyed paper. And another little journaling card, some beautiful elegant ladies. And you can write on the back of that. And some graph paper and a little altered paper clip that I've made with just a little flower with a little homemade button. And here's another card of a beautiful elegant lady that you can journal on. And the graph paper, and this is just some paper I've printed out that I've created in Photoshop and just put some trim on there. And some more coffee dyed paper. A little card that I've created with that beautiful stamped image just onto the back of some, and I've stitched it onto the back of some recycled brown paper. And a little altered paper clip made for some tea dyed paper and a bit of lace. And these is from some sequence type stuff that I bought a little bag and had all sorts of different, it's got all sorts of different types of sequence type material made into, it's like little wings, and it's just got a little flower in the center. And here's some beautiful washi tape. It's got some writing on it. It says stop and smell the roses, and it's got little roses on there. It's very beautiful. And some more back of that tea dyed paper, and there's a little ticket that I've created. And some more paper that I've created in Photoshop, and then I've stitched on some ribbon and just some paper that I've glued on there, and then I've put some washi tape, and got a little tiny little paper doily and a little bit of paper just to add a little interest in there, and some more of that baking paper, that nice crunchy noise. And here's another one of those little lovely ladies that I've created into like a photo frame, so you could write on the back of that, or you can glue it somewhere if you'd like. And just another little fabric paper clip I've made with some ribbon, and here's one of those lovely ladies, and I've layered her onto, looks like a book page, and then there's some brown paper and some sewing pattern paper, and then there's just a little flower that I've created, and some lovely little those half circle, I don't know what they're called actually. What are they called? Let me have a look. I've got some here somewhere. Pearls. Oh, pearls. Yeah, pearls, sorry. Little pearls. And here we have another bit of doily coming, sitting on top of some paper that I've created. Gorgeous. Beautiful colours. I love that. And it's got a bit of organza lace sewn to the edge, and then it's just some printed pattern on the other side. And here's another flower that I've created. It's got some sequins, and then there's different layers of different papers, bit of pattern paper in there, book page, and it's just all been distressed with inks and things. So you can leave it there, or you can glue it down somewhere, and a little bit of a holding on with a paper clip. On the other side we have it's another tag that I've created from a napkin and just stitched around, and it's sewing pattern paper on there. And here's a little tuck spot here, which I might just pop that in there so it doesn't get all squashed. Oh, that's just a stamped image, and I've sewn it onto the back of some brown paper. So you could definitely write on the back of that. You could do journaling. And this side here, there's oh, actually this is it was tea dyed paper, but I've added a little bit of food colouring. I'll have to do that again. It's turned out beautiful. It's like a real rose coloured paper. It's gorgeous. And this is a little altered envelope that I've made from a book page. Sorry, I'm just going to get my cat. It jumps on the back of my chair, and then she just sits there and messes around. There you go. Oh, don't come over here now. I think she wants to come over now. So this is just I've stitched. Oh, here she comes. Keep going, baby. Yes, I know we love you, but not right now. Go on, go and sit over there. There you go. They always want to sit. Got these beds all around me where they can sit, because they want to be sitting next to me. So anyway, this is a envelope I created from a book page. I've just stitched all around it. This is a bit of actually this is silk, bit of silk fabric, and I did some a long time ago. I did some fabric painting with some silk fabric dyes, and this is just I've just torn it up now into little pieces so I can use it. So it's gorgeous. And I've just I think I've yes, I've glued a little fabric paper heart on there and on there, and it's got a little note paper inside. And that's just tea dyed paper that's been stamped. Oh, I'll just pop that back in there. Yes, as I was saying, this paper that I created, oh, it was some time ago I created it, and I put a little bit of food colouring in there. I just love the way it's turned out. It's gorgeous. I'll have to do that again. I think I need to buy some more food. I think I just had a little bit left over. And here's another journaling card I made. I think my husband's just coming home, if you can hear that noise. Yep, it's just backed onto some brown paper and I've stitched. And here's another tag that I've created on there you can journal on. And another one here. It's a lovely lady. And another paper clip. Oh, I'm just trying to tuck that in there. There, that's better. And there's just another little tag of a card I've created. Stamped Paris image on there. No, not stamped, actually. I printed it out from the internet and then I've just cut it out and popped it on the paper and stamped Paris on there, and it's just on to back a little bit of brown cardboard, and that's just some places for you to journal on. And another little tuck spot here, a little pocket I made, and it's got a little flower, cute flower on there, and a pretty girl, little card there. And some more doily, and another card that I've created. I actually scanned in some of my lace, and then actually it should be that way, and some flowers that I've found online, and I've just layered that on Photoshop, and it's like a little journaling card. Some more pseudo paper, copy dyed, and some more of that paper, and another little bit of decorating there. And I think this is just about the last page now. Just a bit of writing paper there that's been copy dyed, and some washi tape, and then you could also write on the back of there, and some more of that paper that I've created with some ribbon, and there's some journaling card I printed out, another little fluffy paper clip, and another one of those cards, and some more coffee tea dyed paper, and just another paper that I've created, printed out, cut in here, and some coffee dyed graph paper, a bit of note paper, and here's the rest of that glassine bag, and it's got another image of those lovely elegant ladies in their beautiful gowns. And this is the pocket, and inside we just got another journaling card and a mason jar that I've created that you can journal on, and that's it, and that's the back of it, the paper that I was printed out. So that's about it for this one. Like I said, it's pretty chunky and it's big and full of beautiful things. So I hope you've enjoyed having a look at it with me, and thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed my video. Please leave a comment with your thoughts or ideas below, and don't forget to subscribe, and please give me a thumbs up. That would really help, and I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.